Welcome back to the Adventitious Adventures podcast. If this is your first time joining, the story I am narrating is based on the real-life D&D campaign my friends and I played. Also, if you are liking the story so far, make sure to like and follow the channel for updates when episodes are released. Last time, the party had navigated their way through the Barrens on their quest to return the Northern Princess to her family and lands. Along the way, they lost one of their own, but gained a new companion and a village of newfound friends and allies. Now let us find out just what kind of reception is waiting for them in the Northern Kingdom. Having successfully made their way through the Barrens, the party arrives at the Northern Gate. Crossing through, they arrive in the city of Bosch. Making their way through the alleys and streets of the city, they find themselves in front of the palace. They're shown inside, where they meet the king, unsure of what his reaction will be. However, he is very grateful to see his daughter once again, and praises the group for bringing him back to him. They tell him of the fact that the people who took her were in fact northerners, and not from the south at all. The king is also grateful for this information, since he had been in the city with his soldiers, readying themselves for an attack on the south. This is confirmed by the amount of troops the group had seen as they went through the city. As recognition for their efforts, the king gives them a keep that they can use, and even throws them a party. At the party, they meet an elvish rogue who has been working for the king named Mitram. The king tells him to join the group, and they all agree before heading back to the keep, still happy and a little bit drunk. The keep needs some work, but it is enough to sleep for the night, and they all pass out. In the morning, they are visited by two members of the king's council, who basically tell them in order to stay here and stay in favor with the king, they will need to earn their keep. The treasurer gives them an advance of money and then tells the group they are being tasked with traveling to the town of East Bosch to secure supplies for the city. After some deliberation, the group decides to take the mission, securing some people to help keep their new-found building and home in a good state. They head out. Bill astride a pony he named Duncan, the others on foot. Their travels for the most part are mostly uneventful, only running into some bandits that they were very easily able to overtake. However, as they get close to the city of East Bosch, they come across some men who seem very unhappy and are talking bad about those that are different from them, and the sun. Confronting the men makes them even more angry, and they essentially chase the group down into a cave, which was being guarded. With the angry mob outside, the group's only choice is to proceed deeper inside. It's very apparent that something important lies deep within the cave, since there's a spiraling staircase down, which the group soon learns houses traps at each small landing. They're surprised and barely make it through the first trap, before learning at the second landing that they have a chance at disabling them. Proceeding slowly downward, the group makes it through most of the stairs. However, Malvis and Mitram are caught by one of the final traps, spraying them with a gas that makes them overly angry. Finally reaching the bottom of the cave, the group sees a rope bridge crossing over a cavernous space. However, the bridge is seemingly being guarded by large foes of some sort. They do not seem to be quick to attack, and so they decide to proceed, with caution, over the bridge. That is, until the effects of the anger gas makes a few of them confront the hulking foes before anyone else has any chance of doing anything. This in turn destroys the bridge, but the group is barely able to make it to the other side. In addition to making them have to fight when they didn't want to, they now have no other way out of the cave. Continuing on, they eventually find a room housing a scroll on a raised platform. Generally seeing this as a trap, they proceed carefully before taking the scroll and finding that it is a seemingly normal map of the continent, and not the riches that they were led to believe they would find. Tired, the group settles down in the room for a rest, unsure of how to get themselves out, and what may still be waiting for them when they do. Will the men be waiting for them still outside the cave, or will there be other dangers yet to be seen? Perhaps it'll be empty and they can make their way continuing on to the city of Eastbush. We'll have to find out next week.